Do you know the qualifications of President and Vice President of the Philippines under the 1987 Constitution? What does the Constitution provide for this executive positions in the government? Let me discuss it with you in this video. No person may be elected president or vice president unless he is a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, a registered voter, able to read and write, at least 40 years of age on the day of the election, and a resident of the Philippines for at least 10 years immediately preceding such election. The President and the Vice President shall be elected by direct vote of the people for a term of 6 years, which shall begin at noon on the 30th day of June next following the day of the election and shall end at noon of the same date 6 years thereafter. The President shall not be eligible for any re-election. No Vice President shall serve for more than 2 consecutive terms. If the President-elect fails to qualify, the Vice President-elect shall act as President until the President-elect shall have qualified. If a President shall not have been chosen, the Vice President-elect shall act as President until a President shall have been chosen and qualified. If at the beginning of the term of the President-elect shall have died or shall have become permanently disabled, the Vice President-elect shall become President. Where no President and Vice President shall have been chosen or shall have qualified, or where both shall have died or become permanently disabled, the President of the Senate or, in case of his inability, the Speaker of the House of Representatives shall act as President until a President or a Vice President shall have been chosen and qualified. In case of death, permanent disability, removal from office, or resignation of the President, the Vice President shall become the President to serve the unexpired term. In case of death, permanent disability, removal from office, or resignation of both the President and Vice President, the President of the Senate or, in case of his inability, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, shall then act as President until the President or Vice President shall have been elected and qualified. Under Section 13, Article 7 of the Constitution, the President and Vice President shall not, unless otherwise provided in this Constitution, hold any other office or employment during their tenure. They shall not, during said tenure, directly or indirectly, practice any other profession, participate in any business, or be financially interested in any contract with, or in any franchise, or special privilege granted by the government or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including government-owned or controlled corporations or their subsidiaries. They shall strictly avoid conflict of interest in the conduct of their office. The President has control over the executive departments, bureaus and agencies. The President shall ensure that laws are faithfully executed. The President shall also be the Commander-in-Chief of all armed forces of the Philippines. The President may suspend of the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus or declare martial law only when there is an invasion or rebellion and public safety requires such declaration or suspension. The President's proclamation or suspension shall be for a period not exceeding 60 days. Within 48 hours from the proclamation or suspension, the President must submit a report in person or in writing to Congress. Thank you for watching The Legal Doodler. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell button to be updated on our latest videos. You may also follow our Facebook account and Instagram account at The Legal Doodler.